Oh, hey guys. Sorry, I was just jamming out my new favorite song, but I guess we can go ahead and get started. So, we've been reading Number the Stars, an awesome book, and we've been working on different story elements, comparing and contrasting the different story elements, and you guys have already done comparing and contrasting characters, Anna Marie and Ellen, and then we compared and contrast the setting. So today, we're going to look at comparing and contrasting different problems between Anna Marie and Ellen. And I'm sure you guys are already so good at it, but I want to give you guys a really good refresher just to kind of, revisit what does it look like to compare and contrast something. So as you can see, I have a cool little Venn diagram to compare and contrast two things. And I wish I could zoom in on it because I know it's kind of hard to see what I have written, but I'll talk about it, don't worry. So I was thinking, what are two things that I compare that have some similarities but also have some differences? Because that's really important when we compare and contrast two things, especially different story elements. So I was like, I could do going to Target and going to the doctor. So when we think about comparing and contrasting different things, we have to remember that we can talk about those surface level things, the things that you can just see right there on the surface and that they kind of just tell us about. But we really want to think about digging deeper and thinking super deep and in detail about some of the things that they don't tell us, some of those things that we might have to make predictions and inferences about. So I'm going to show you guys how I did some surface level thinking and how I did some deeper level thinking that I want you guys to do when it's your turn to do your activity. So first, I was like, let's talk about Target. So when I go to Target, I'm like, first of all, something very, very surface level. There's red everywhere. The first time somebody says Target, I'm like, what's on the big red circle? But when I think about the doctor, I think about blue everywhere. So that's very surface level, but it's kind of important because that is a factor of both of those places. But when I go to Target, here's me coming out with my little Target bag, everything that I probably didn't even need, drinking my Starbucks, just pushing my little cart around, going shopping, going to my car. And I'm just thinking about how happy and how satisfied that I am because Target's the best place ever. Let's be real. And it just makes me feel super excited and super content. And I'm just happy. It just makes me feel very pleased with my life. I'm very pleased that I'm here. I'm very ecstatic. All those deeper level emotions that come out when I go inside of Target. Let's be real. But, then we have the doctor. When I think about the doctor, I think about Band-Aids and gauze and masks and all those not fun things. And I think about all the other sick people are there. That's that surface level. We kind of already know that. And we kind of already know, getting in the middle about thinking of all the different germs that are on the surfaces that we may touch when we get in. I probably use about a whole bottle of hand sanitizer when I go in the doctor because I don't want to get sick, especially right now. But then trying to think a little bit deeper, it makes me feel super anxious, super nervous because when I go, I'm normally going because I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm normally going because I'm coughing or sneezing or have a fever. And I want to know what is wrong with me. So I need to go to the expert. And it just makes me feel super anxious because, Miss Whitford, I don't know if you guys know this, but I overthink everything, probably too many things. So that's why I feel so anxious and so worried. And then also, I don't know about you guys, but it seems like every time that I go to the doctor, I have to wait forever to see a doctor, which then makes it suspenseful because I don't know what's going to happen. Why are they taking so long? Are they taking long because they're trying to figure out, they're looking at my chart and they're like, oh, these are her symptoms. I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't know. So overall, it just makes me feel super duper worried and uneasy. But some of the things that are similar, they're both big, very surface level. They're both big. I think of Target, most Targets are pretty big. Most doctor's offices are pretty big. I think of more of hospitals that are big. But then also, I could feel pretty content and satisfied as I was talking with Target. I could feel that way with a doctor too, because what if I was going to get a well check? I would be pretty confident and content that I was okay. I would just want them to confirm everything. So that could be a similarity. There's always a lot of people in Target, and there's normally right many people in the doctor's office. And then just feeling relaxed. Again, if I'm think that I'm okay when I go to the doctor for my well check, then I'm just kind of relaxed. Like I'm just chilling in the doctor's office, got my shades on, just chilling. So if you guys go to your class kit that we've been working on slide 8 is where you will see what our standard is that we're working on, and then our today we will and I can statement. So today we will be comparing and contrasting Anna Marie's main problem to Ellen's main problem in Number the Stars. So your I can statement is I can compare and contrast individual problems of characters in a text. So I kind of have two problems here. Going to Target, some of you are probably like, how's that a problem? And it's really not a problem until I spend more money than I probably should have. Going to the doctor can be a problem because of all those feelings that I talked about that make me super anxious. So you guys are going to look on slide 9, and there's some really cool little reminders about what it looks like to compare and contrast the problem part of plot, which is what you guys will be doing. And there's 2 little questions for you guys to think about while you're doing this. Then your activity is on slide 10. And I've already put in there Anna Marie and Ellen, so they're already set apart for you guys. So don't forget, if you have any questions, just raise your hand on Class Kick, write a little message, and the Reading Renegades will get right back to you in a hurry. So this is Miss Whitford, peace and out.